Hey, it's JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. Today we're going to do something completely different. I'm going to do an edge retention test on all these bushcraft knives. They all have different steels, and I thought it would be interesting to test them out. I know other channels would test different knives and check the edge retention, but I've never really seen one do a comparison across the board for commonly used steels and knives. In this case, I've got 1055, 1075, 5160 and 1095. I'm going to use paper as well as 10mm jute rope for this scientific test. So stick around for the results. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, do check out my shop links in the description or pinned comment. Thanks a lot. The knives you see in front of you are pretty popular, or at least their designs are popular. This one over here is the Bushmate, designed by Dutch Bushcraft Knives, DBK, and made by BPS Knives out of Ukraine. This is the Condor Bushlore, and this is made from El Salvador. This is a knife that you probably won't know the maker, but it's by Andi Giant Blades out of Indonesia. He's a well-known designer and maker there, and this is also styled after the Bushlore, which is styled after the Woodlaw knife. This is another Condor knife. This is the Terrasaur, and this is the Tops Brakimo. Now you notice the Tops Brakimo actually really stands out from the rest, right? Completely different. But I decided to include it here because I wanted to test out the 1095 from Tops, because this is also 1095 from Condor, but Tops is supposed to do really good heat treat. So I like to see how the edge holds up. So 1055, 1075, 5160, 1095 and 1095. And just to make sure we start off on an even playing field, I did touch up the blades, so hopefully they're more or less the same sharpness, so they all can slice nicely. Okay, this is a bit more grainy, still can slice. I'll strop it up before we continue. That slices nicely, that slices nicely. So I'll strop this a bit just to make sure there are no micro burrs. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 cuts of this 10mm jute rope, and then I'll try to slice through paper again. And I'll repeat that until I feel it doesn't work as well. And then I'll try to give my thoughts and conclusion after running all the tests. So let's move over to my workshop table. All right, we're ready to go. This is 1055 carbon steel. 5 cuts of the 10mm jute rope, and we'll try the paper test, and then we'll continue with the rest of the knives and just continue cycling around. So I've completed my scientific test, and I did the same amount of cuts on the 10mm jute rope, and then I did the paper cuts, and then I did it continuously. Well, I'll say I did as equal as I could, because not all could actually cut through on a single pass, and obviously some lost its edge along the way. But just to kind of sum it up, and I should point out, these knives, they're different blades, they're different grinds, different heat treats. So this is not scientific at all, but it gives me good ideas of the edge retention or the capabilities based on the knives I have over here, and maybe that might be useful to you if you have similar knives as well. So this knife, which is the Bushmate, actually cut through very well initially, but it lost its edge, I would say, the fastest, and this is 1055 steel, so it's expected, right? So it lost its edge the fastest. This cut actually pretty well initially, and I would say it held its edge pretty well. So 1075. I expected this to lose its edge much faster. I was quite surprised with this. This is 5160, but of a true Scandi grind, but it could not really cut through the rope well, at least in one pass, even from the start, and I'm not sure why, because it is very sharp, and it still, I think, cuts through paper very rough, but it still can compared to this, which can't. This 1095, pretty good, cuts through as well initially, and I think it kept its edge on the rope, but it can't cut paper now. For the Tops Brakimo, I was actually surprised that I could not do single cuts easily from the start, and I think even though it's really sharp, it's because it's thick behind the edge. Of course, the stock is also thicker than all these other knives, but it's thick behind the edge, so couldn't slice as well, but has held its edge very well, much more than this 1095. So these are both 1095, but this is Tops, this is Condor. So overall, I think I would say that I was a bit surprised with the 5160. I will have to try other knives with 5160. I did not expect the edge retention to be as good as the 1095. Definitely not compared to the Tops Brakimo, but it had a hard time cutting through this jute rope, but still can cut through paper. So I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you can let me know what you think that means. And the rest, I'll say this is fair. It does lose its edge 1075. I've seen many people talk about that as well. It loses its edge quite fast. Let's see if it still can cut through. Yeah, can not really. So it's lost its edge. These two, this was disappointing. This also surprisingly cuts through the jute now, but can't cut through paper. But this, yeah, still pretty good. So I'm not sure what you make of this, but it gives me a feel of the knife, so at least in terms of the blades and what I can use it on when I'm out in the field, what I can expect out of it, how fast I'll need to feel sharpen, and what I can use and what I expect to use for long usage. I hope this has been helpful for you and you found it interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.